So Ephesians, we're doing a study of the book of Ephesians, and I've titled it, Turning Prison into a Pulpit of Pastoral Love. Turning a prison into a pulpit of pastoral love. Last week, we saw that Paul is writing back to the church he spent more time with personally than any other church. He's in prison in Rome. Likely about 62 AD. We know, or we think, that he was going to have a meeting with Nero. We'll talk about Nero in a second. But he was going to have a meeting with Nero, and Nero will not condemn him to death. Nero was the Caesar at the time. But we believe that probably about 67, he's recaptured, brought to Nero, and that time Nero does execute Paul. Paul is under house arrest at this time. So technically probably not in prison. If you read Acts 28, the very end of Acts 28, that's the setting for Paul and this letter. He is written to the Roman church from Corinth several years before, and we know that is the book of, it's not John. Okay, let me just, the process of it. It's Romans, yeah. Now he's in Rome. He had never been to Rome when he wrote that letter. Now he's in Rome, and he's vectoring back to this church at Ephesus, where he had been twice. Once for a very short period of time, and then for 3 whole years. He will eventually see the church probably one more time, although at this time he doesn't know that. And he's won a guy to the Lord by the name of Onesimus, a runaway slave. There is another member of that church that is there with him, and he will be most likely the writer of the book, the physical writer of the book that Paul would dictate to. And Tychicus is there, and they're going to go back, and Philemon, Colossians,